What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Social Club where everyone has a voice. I'm your host, Jacob Hale, joined with me again by my very special guest and really good bud, Greg the One. How's everything going with you, bud?
It's going all right, life-wise, but football-wise, obviously not.
Yes, yeah. We'll definitely talk about that. But before we do that, go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, check out all of our other content. Big special thanks to you guys. We are so close to 1,000 subs on it, so please help us get there. While you're at it, go ahead and support Greg. His channel is Talking with G. Show him some love. I challenge you guys. Go to his video, man. Drop a comment. Spread the love. That's what we're doing all 2026. We're spreading all the love. And then, as I was told, Greg, you have a special announcement from your sponsor.
I have a Whatnot where I sell cards. Make sure to check that out. Free $15 from me. Link down below.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I can't believe that you have a sponsorship before me, but we'll get there one day. But yeah, go ahead and check out his Whatnot. I don't know, maybe you guys don't know what Whatnot is, but it's a way of buy and sell cards, sports cards, playing cards, all those likes. Really nice site, super secure. It's very hard to get ripped off on there. And obviously, Greg is a great guy, or else he wouldn't be recording with me. So I trust him with my money. You guys should too. But with that being said, let's talk about some real football here. We're going to talk about the Ravens. So last time you were on, you conveyed to me, you told me that this Ravens team was legit. This Ravens team was winning 13 games. This Ravens team was going to the playoffs. This Ravens team might win the Super Bowl. What happened? What happened? Man, just real quick, let's just go over, man. Overall thoughts on the season. What do you think really went wrong? And then let's move on from there.
Well, obviously, first off, you have Lamar's injury. He got injured like week 4, I think so, week 5, somewhere around there, against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then after that, we played Cooper Rush, who I said was one of the best backups in the league, and he just was horrible.
Yeah, that was actually very surprising, because I thought the same thing. And I think this year for QBs has been super strange overall. I mean, not only just Lamar, but I think all the top QBs have dealt with some type of injury this year. Maybe not Josh Allen, but that would probably be it. So it's just been a weird year for quarterback play. Maybe in the separate video I talk about it, I feel like quarterback play has been down this year. I have a couple thoughts on why that is, but no, I agree. Injuries hurt. And I think one thing I would add to that is there's a lot of people now that they lost, they're finding new ways to blame Lamar for this, which I get it. He's the franchise QB. That stuff happens. But if anyone has watched a single Ravens game from the back half of this season, it is very clear that Lamar is playing injured. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like, he can't even run half the time. So that hamstring injury was significantly worse than what anyone actually realizes. And anyone that's actually played the sport will tell you is that, hamstring injuries don't really go away. They linger for probably the rest of the year in most cases. So, yeah, I mean, him not being able to run is a very important part, but even more, just his mechanics overall. I mean, his leg is probably just injured in general. So trying to plan off of that foot or, just your normal QB mechanics, that's definitely going to be a problem. But they didn't, Lamar didn't get fired. It turns out your head coach got fired. I would say I am very surprised about that, but I want to get your thoughts first. What are your overall thoughts about John Harbaugh being fired here?
Well, I know there's a ton of speculation, when we fell off, that John was going to get fired, but, I mean, he's been here so long, it feels like it wouldn't happen,
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's actually really hilarious because there's all of these coaches that were like, obviously, some of these coaches that got fired, the Falcons coach got fired, the Browns coach got fired. And then you see Harbaugh got fired, and this happened today. So Tuesday, because this is the day we're recording. But I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I would just say from your perspective as a fan, do you think that was the right decision to part ways with Harbaugh?
I mean, like, his play calling sometimes was trash. Like, there was many times where he would have a halfback screen on like second or third down, like second and long, third and long. I mean, obviously, not playing Derrick Henry in crucial moments. I'm pretty sure if you look at it, the running back splits between Rasheen Ali, Keaton Mitchell, and Derrick Henry, it was like 26, 24, 50, something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was him that was calling the plays or what was the deal with that. You guys definitely missed Greg Roman this year, who was your last year's OC. Now he coaches for the Chargers, but I thought the same thing too. I think that was the most frustrating thing about the Ravens. It's like you have this ultra powerful superstar running back, and then key moments of the game, you're finding ways to take him out. Now, granted, I understand. I think Keaton Mitchell and Ali are better catching running backs. So if you're down, I can understand why you want to fit them in on certain plays. But in key down, especially short yardage plays, you got to bring the guy in. If anything, at least to run play action off the guy. But despite that, you brought him in for a reason. And if your QB is hurt, you also need to factor that in. I think there's plenty of games that I've seen where it would be like a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1, and Derrick Henry isn't on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that should just never happen, just in general. That should never happen. So I agree with that. I think there was a lot of missteps that he's had. But overall, I think of two things when it comes to firing a coach like that. Number one, do you actually have a guy that can come in and fill those shoes? Because we'll talk about it a little bit later. This team had a down year, but the more you look at the year and the more you look at the last 5 years with this team, it's not like it's a lack of talent. It's a lot of just putting pieces together and trying to make certain things work. But a 16-year head coach gave you 2 Super Bowls. The guy was in the playoffs the last 3 years. One of those years, he was literally a game away from going to the Super Bowl, and he lost to the team that ended up winning it. So I'm not really sure if this is the right choice. I don't know who's in the carousel that they're actually looking at that's going to come in and really make a difference. Because another thing, and this is the second thing to consider, is that what's the dynamic of your team? It was a bad year this year, but you have a franchise QB. You built all this talent around him. So for the head coach, is a new guy coming in, are you just assuming they're going to make the playoffs the first year? Kind of what's your plan here? Because now you're wasting years with a superstar QB that you already paid in his prime. That stuff matters. So I think personally with me, unless there was like a significant drop off, like a 3-win or a 5-win season, then I would understand getting rid of Harbaugh. But in this case, I mean, there's so many moments you could point at this season. Watching that guy miss the kick in the Steelers immediately made me remember the first game of the year, you guys blew a 20-point lead to lose the game. And I'm like, there's so many games where you guys have had the lead and you blew it, and that's why you lost. I just look back at that and I'm like, man, I just don't know who's out there right now that they're seeing that can really come get plugged in and take this team to the promised land than what Harbaugh's been able to do.
I mean, we've only had 3 coaches in our franchise in history of the Baltimore Ravens. And I mean, Harbaugh's been good for so many years. And I feel like the Lamar injury is definitely a factor of why we had a losing season. Like, I mean, you go back to 2021, we went 8-9 as well. Lamar got hurt that year.
And just like I said before, you have good pieces already on this team. It's not like it's a disaster across the board. You're a couple plug-in spots away from being probably the most talented team in the AFC. Like, without question. So I think this is a huge risk. let me ask real quick: are there any specific coaches that you're thinking of right now that you think would be a good fit for Baltimore?
Well, I've seen many speculations about Brian Flores. I think he's the Vikings defensive coordinator right now.
Well, please, hey, no, listen to me. Please get that man out of our conference, bro. I don't want to see him anymore. That dude is a mad man. This man single-handedly got JJ McCarthy a win against the Bears. They almost beat us twice. Dude, he is absolutely insane. A pure genius of a defensive coach. Please pick him up. Get him out of the Vikings. The day he gets off the Vikings, I swear to God, I'm putting something on the grill. I'm celebrating. I can't wait for him to leave and go get a head coaching job, bro. Please take him.
I mean, that's also
anyone else that comes to mind?
That's what we're seeing in Seattle right now with Mike Macdonald, you know? Like, he was so good defensively. That's why their defensive unit is like one of the top 3 in the league. But I mean, I've heard Cliff Kingsbury, he just left the Commanders. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what you guys are looking for. I think that's really what it's going to come down to. I'm guessing you're going to lean on the defensive side of the ball because your defense was just not that good this year. I agree. I think Brian Flores is a top head coach candidate across the entire league. I mean, this man could literally go anywhere. I mean, good God, imagine if he went on the Browns with how good that defense is. You know, that would be absolutely insane. So, I would say here's the good thing. The good thing about the Ravens. Now, Harbaugh's going to get a job, but the good thing is, out of all the coaching jobs, the Ravens has to be one of the most desirable at this point, not only for the depth and the talent that's available to you as soon as you get there, but also you actually have very stable management, and that matters a lot. Now, I was talking with some friends, and we were discussing this. It's like, you know, you got to wonder at this point for head coaches and all, it's like, what's really the appeal of going to a team like the Raiders? You know, what's really the appeal at this point of going to a team like the Browns? Because you know you're not going to get the resources you want. You know half the battle is going to be management. And then on top of that, you know, these fans are just so fickle at this point because they lose all the time. You don't have any breathing room. You probably have maybe a year of grace, and then the next year they're going to want you gone. So it's a tough gig. So I think that's the best selling point for the Ravens right now is like, if anything, we're a stable organization. We'll work with you. We'll allow you to build the team that you want to build. So I think that's a really great thing. But I'm going to challenge you on something. Congratulations. You are the new head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. You're sitting down with the GM. You're like, okay, this is who we have right now. Got cap space issues, all that stuff. This is an ultimate team. You can't just pick anyone off the street. Let's keep that in mind. But if you were to rebuild this Ravens team, first of all, what is the biggest area you think needs to improve? And then I want to hear your thought process. How would you build this team up to get them to a better place talent-wise and fill in the gaps for the next season?
Well, first spot you got to address is the O-line. I mean, Lamar's been running for his life in the pocket for so long, especially versus Steelers Sunday night. Like he had the playmaker around the pocket so much. So probably first off, cut 77. Get Daniel Falele off the team. Should have left him in Pittsburgh. And then second place to address is edge rusher. I mean, our leading sacker was Mike Green with 4.5 sacks, a rookie. And then probably the last place is secondary and then / receiver. Go out to the draft, draft a good receiver, draft a tall receiver. We've only had short guys as our receivers for some reason. That's why Lamar relies on tight ends so much. And then secondary, is it time to cut loose on Marlon Humphrey? He's like 29, making a ton of money. Is it time to let him loose?
Yeah, that's an interesting assessment. I actually am thinking kind of the same way as you do. You're a lot nicer than me on saying to cut Marlon Humphrey. I'm going to do a lot worse than cut Marlon Humphrey. I'm packing his stuff up for him. I'm I'm canceling his membership, his card. He's not getting in the building. I'm letting him know at his house. I'm pulling up to his podcast. I'm like, hey, Marlon. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. All that stuff you were talking on the podcast. Hey, you might as well just keep it going, brother. Just keep it going. Gonna go ahead and cut you loose. In fact, let me go ahead and snag all these game-worn jerseys too. We're gonna forget you ever played for the team, because he has been downright awful. He has been unbelievably bad, and it's so bad that if you ever go to his podcast, read the comments under there, and it's literally like, "Hey, dude, you're not playing well enough to talk like this." I think he went viral earlier this season because I think he had I think people have been talking so much trash on him, and then he tried to do a parody video, but he's a very weird, kind of quirky, not that funny of a guy. So people really were getting after him in the comments. It's like, dude, read the room. You guys are trash right now. Like, go focus on that. But I think that's hilarious when players have a podcast at this point, because a lot of these guys are like, you got to know, you must be on your way out. Like, I think Terrion Arnold and Patrick Surtain has a podcast. Now, Patrick Surtain, he's fine. He can do this whenever he wants. Terrion Arnold, yeah, he about to be out of the league, so he might as well work on his talking skills. He might as well get that pod money flowing in. So I get it. But yeah, Marlon Humphrey, number one, he's got to get his freedom papers. He's got to get the hell out of Baltimore for sure. That's got to be your number one. Clear the cap space on that. Whatever dead money, just give him that. Just call it a day, because he's just not helpful on the team at all. After that, I do like Nate Wiggins. I think you guys still have a rookie deal on him. He'll be fine. I know he's had some slip ups, but I think it's serviceable. I think he was your best corner. Well, outside of course, Kyle Hamilton, but he's just a freaking nature. But yeah, I would go corner in the draft, but I don't think you have to go too high, because I personally think this cornerback position in the draft this year is going to be loaded. I mean, everyone's talking about Terrell's brother from Clemson, but I'm like, dude, like, that's just Clemson, bro. All of these playoff teams seem to have a number one guy that's going into the draft. LSU had two of them. There was one guy. This guy's like 6'5", absolute freaking nature at LSU. Completely amazing. Indiana's got a guy. Miami has a guy. Georgia has a guy. So there's so many corners, I feel like, in this draft. And South Carolina is always going to have like some guy there, or like a Texas A&M or something like that. So I think this corner draft is really deep. I think you load up on two corners this year, really shore up that secondary. I think your linebacking core is fine. Your D-line is serviceable. I do agree you do need an edge rusher. I don't think you should go edge rusher in the first round, to be honest with you. I would much rather you... First of all, I don't think you can offload your highest paid D lineman, Nnamdi, whatever his African name. I forgot his name, but I don't know if you can service that contract, but that would be the second contract I would try to service and offload, because he hasn't been producing as well. But I wouldn't go D-line first round. I agree. I would honestly go O-line, because at the end of the day, that offense wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as what people thought. I mean, people forgot. Your first 3 games, your defense got 40 balled every single game. Like, the offense really wasn't the problem. You still have two really good tight ends. Mark Andrews. I have my thoughts on Mark Andrews, but at the end of the day, you guys just re-signed him. You're sticking with him. That's fine. So you still have 2 really good tight ends. I agree. I don't think Zay Flowers is a receiver 1, personally. And everyone else is kind of just plug-in players like Rashad Bateman. I think he's good, but I think you guys need to go out and get a true number 1. So first round, I would go O-line. Second round, I would probably look at receiver. there's some good receivers that you can pick off of. Dream scenario, I feel like Cardinal Tate would be a dream scenario, or whoever that receiver is from Washington. I forgot his name, but he's like 6'4" or something like that. Just a big body guy. So I like that option. 4th round and beyond, again, just all defense. Just clear it out with defensive players. Again, I don't think the offense is really that bad. And I know this is where people say, Derrick Henry is like, this is the end of the road for him. I don't know, man. I really don't. If anything, he'll still be serviceable next year. I don't really see a point in trying to offload his contract at this point, or even trying to trade him. I think you just ride it out and just see how far you go with it. At the very least, he's a hell of a decoy, and he'll give you 3 games a year where he'll rush for 200 because that's just him. So I would say that. Again, I don't think this is like an overhaul of the team. I still think this is a playoff team. I think this was a playoff roster. I think at the beginning of the year, your defense really failed you. And then at the end of the year, your QB was injured. I really think that's what it came down to. So that's kind of my thoughts if I was the GM, if I had to fix this team.
Definitely. The receiver I was looking at, Chris Bradswell Jr. from Tennessee. He's like 6'5", 220, something like that. I feel like if Lamar had a big receiver to just hug it up to, that'd be nice.
And again, that's not to say that Zay Flowers is bad. It was my same conversation that I was talking about with Rashee Rice. I was like, I think he would be an even better player if there was actually a true number 1 on that team. I think he would be a perfect number 2. That's not to say Rashee Rice can't get you 100 yards a game. He's definitely good like that. But when he's just the only guy and everyone else is literally like Walmart and Schnucks managers, then it's just not going to be consistent play. And you need a little bit more consistent play on that offensive side. Unless you want to tell Lamar to keep using his legs, but as you see from this season, you're going to need a little bit more than that if he's hurt or wherever it's going on. So you don't want him to use his legs for the rest of his career. That's not going to end well. But I guess moving on from there, I want to get your thoughts. Just the game overall, Ravens versus the Steelers. What do you think about your kicker, man? Do you think it's over for him? Do you think he'll bounce back for it? What's your overall thoughts on that missed kick?
Well, first off, I feel like there was a missed leverage call. Obviously, I'm a Ravens fan. Everybody's going to be like, oh, of course you're blaming the refs for the loss. But I feel like there was a missed call there. And also, we just saw Chris Boswell miss the same kick, same way almost. Was there maybe a chance it got blocked, tipped almost? And also, bro, I feel so bad for Tyler Loop. If you go to his comment sections on Instagram and just read through them, it's horrible.
I think for a while it was kind of funny, and everyone had their memes and stuff whenever things go wrong in sports. But at the end of the day, these are human beings, number 1. Number 2, you couldn't even think in your life of getting off the couch and doing half of the stuff that they have to do in order to win a game. You look at that kick, like, people were making it seem like the guy was on the 2-yard line. It was a 44-yard kick in the cold, in a road win to make it to the playoffs. Like, even beyond just the moment there, 44-yard kick is hard. Like, you're not guaranteed that. Not at all. So I'm really not surprised that he missed that at all. I think if there was anyone to ever be mad at in this game at all, it's got to be those corners. Bro, those corners played so bad. But you saw the receivers on the Steelers. Bro, their main target on that team, 2018 Pro Bowler Adam Thielen. Like, how is that guy? How are you letting him catch Bro, this man was throwing to Adam Thielen, MVS, Calvin Austin. Like, what are we talking about? You guys play terrible. There's nothing else to say. And then, to dump it on the kicker for missing a pretty hard kick. And obviously throw the blame on Lamar, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, Lamar literally saved the entire team's butt the entire game, to be real. So that's ridiculous, man. I don't understand it. I think that mixed with this gambling culture is really degrading the game. Like, it's one thing to be mad and all that stuff, but you're wishing a divorce on the guy. You're wishing death and everything. It's like, maybe it was funny the first time you've ever seen that, but it's literally every single game. People are just going crazy. I'm like, dude, this is just not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the player. It's really not worth it. You're making it seem like he tried to miss on purpose, which in this gambling world, I don't know anymore, but I doubt that he really tried to miss it on purpose. I will say the funniest thing and the thing that gets understated, this missed kick single-handedly saved the Steelers organization. 1,000%. If they would have lost that game, half the team wouldn't be on this roster. Number one. Number two, Mike Tomlin's gone. Number three, Aaron Rodgers retiring. But this kick single-handedly, and then I believe if they win one playoff game, this is saving the Steelers organization right here. Like, Mike Tomlin's career was done. He would have went 9-8 again. The jokes write themselves. It would have been over for him. Aaron Rodgers probably would have retired at this point. And so many people wouldn't have been on that team because that team is so old. Every single receiver that's currently on that team, except DK, get their freedom papers. There's no ounce or argument. I wouldn't even pay them minimum wage to stay on the team. They got to go. Like, that alone, all those guys are leaving. So it's a tough thing, but I guess on the bright side, the Ravens did keep a lot of people employed, which in this economy, I think that's a good thing. I think you guys did a good public service with that. Other than that, man, I think we'll call it here. You guys in the comments, go ahead. Let me know. What do you think about the Ravens going forward? Comment down below. What is your prediction on next season? Wins, losses, how you think they're going to do. Do you think Lamar's going to bounce back, or is this the end of the road for Lamar and it's only going to get worse from here? You guys let us know. But other than that, go ahead, like, follow, subscribe. Check out all of our other content. Go support Greg, his YouTube channel, Talking with G. And then, of course, let everyone know your whatnot again so they can sign on.
It's also Talking with G, YT. On whatnot, link down below for a free 15. Make sure you go check it out.
100%, man. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that because free 15. I gotta get $5 of that. I'm gonna need to snatch a little bit from that. But other than that, guys, check out all of his stuff. He's got some great cards for you guys, regardless. So check it out, especially for all you big card enthusiasts. You want to give favorite card of favorite player, favorite team, all that stuff. Definitely hit him up over that. But other than that, I think we're good here. Appreciate you hopping on, Greg. We'll definitely see you around. And for everyone else, peace out, and we'll see you in the next video.